Hi there, I'm Jason Ball, and we're here at Lola Rose today with executive chef Quentin Garcia. Thanks for joining us today.
Well, thank you for having me.
I really want to start with you. At 11 years old, you decided you wanted to be a chef.
Yes.
And when I was 11 years old, I think maybe one day I wanted to be a chef, and the next day I wanted to be an artist or something. So how did you know? And what was that 11-year-old? What was he thinking that a chef's job was?
Around that age, I knew I was some sort of like creative. I just didn't know how to exude the energy. So I couldn't write well. I couldn't really read well, but I wanted to, right? And I was dyslexic, so I couldn't really get those things out of me that I wanted to express into words. I couldn't draw well. I couldn't speak into poetry. So these paintings and things that other people do with creativity was just out of my league. But when I did small things to cook for people, whether it was for myself, for my brother, or alongside family, grandma and grandpa, I thought it felt like magic, because you're literally taking these ingredients from the store that you can't eat on your own, and you give it a few hours with some technique, some love, and some thought, and some generational history, and you turn it into something that everyone can sit at a table and get excited for. That was magic to me. So I tell people that my talent isn't, cooking well. My talent was knowing what I wanted to do for the rest of my life at 11 years old and just saying, that's it, figured it out. I think as a Latino, it almost feels I'm a little bit more on the opposite side of that. Because my dad is a heavy Latino, his family from Oaxaca, but he experienced some hardships growing up. And because of that, he didn't want me to experience it, so he almost didn't want me to learn Spanish in high school. Those practices were sort of shielded because he was scared that if the world was still going to be the way that it was, maybe I was going to be treated unfairly like he was. So he sort of shielded me from that. So that is actually part of me that I want to dive more into. I want to understand more. If I want to travel there more, I want to be able to speak more of the language. But more than half of my life, I haven't done it. After some time at Meadowood, I had the opportunity to go help out at Blue Note Napa, which was in the old Opera House in Napa, and I think it was the oldest building in downtown Napa. It's a historic building, and it's beautiful. But a former chef from the French Laundry was there, and she just needed some help. So I said, this is kind of a cool opportunity, right? So I went in there, and I went in on the best day ever to get some help. So I go in there, I meet her, and the very first day I'm in there, all three of her prep cooks called out, and 2 line cooks called out, and she already has this minimal staff. So I say, okay, I'm here, let's tackle this together. Tackle together the first day, get through it. I see a little bit of chefiness in her, and the next day the same thing happens. Those cooks aren't showing up, no one's coming back. And I tell her again, because she's on like day 14, I was like, I got this, don't worry about it. Why don't you come in at 1 p.m., you don't need to be here at 9, I'm here for you. And of course, as a chef, second cook, the second day that you're training a cook in the kitchen, you're not really gonna trust him. And so I started at 7 a.m., and by the time that she came in at 9:30, the prep list was done. And because it was a bit of a lower level, but you're coming from a place so high that you're actively going. And I was having a blast doing it because I could show her, I trust you, give me some more, let's make this place better. And after only about a month, I went from lead cook to sous chef, and about 2.5 months later, she got an opportunity to be a private chef. And the owners, we were already creating a relationship. They loved my food, they loved the tasting stuff, they loved the finesse, and they basically sat me down in the office and said, will you take the stepping stone to be an executive chef? And we'll learn it together, because they weren't from food and beverage, but they said, we'll figure it out together. And I said, yeah. And that was on my 23rd birthday, the day of, and I had my very first martini, a celebration with them, in their office with a fat steak, and I felt so grown up, and I'm gonna have this martini. I took one bite, and I was like, I still don't like martinis to this day. I still can't even really drink them. It gives me some PTSD, but at 23 years old, that's when I became an executive in Napa Valley. In a weird way, I think it's weird because I'm saying it now in the peak of it, I missed the heat because I would always tell people like, oh, where I'm from, it's so hot. So in Napa, it's like, oh, it's hot, or Costa Mesa, it's so hot. I'm like, you don't know, nothing, nothing. So I really missed that. I missed being creative to kind of have fun. There's always something to do. There's cool little places to go hang out at, or walk around with your friends, or even go hiking, right? Being very close to Joshua Tree for an escape of just looking at the stars genuinely with no light pollution is, I really like that. And I liked, even though the desert is big, it's small. And there was a little bit of that feeling of, if you allow it, in your cold, stubborn heart, you can have a feeling of home and belonging there. I miss that. My off time, if I'm not meditating or doing some sort of breath work, I do like to go eat. I love to go see what other places are doing, and it's not always fine food. It's some things. I love street food, or I love Japanese food and technique. That is my personal style with like Nordic influence. But like I love to see soft serve and like a beautiful little fish waffle cone. I'll go out of my way to go grab some things that are fun. I love fun beverages, so like I never really learned to appreciate alcohol since I started cooking so young, and I could never drink with them, but I always could crush a Shirley Temple or a sweet drink, right? So I like always seeing like really fun beverages, or what places are doing something cool with tea or boba. It's a fun little thing. It always makes my heart happy. But if I'm not doing those things, I'm studying, and it's sort of hand in hand with the work addiction. Is on my off days, if I'm spending that time learning about food or a new technique or something, how to make the operation better, that feels like fun to me because I don't have that time to do it while I'm working. So I'm thinking about how to improve work while I'm off of work, but that's relaxing to me in a way. Those experiences were a lot of fun, nerve-wracking because you're traveling, right? They're giving you all these directions all so last minute. And then you're working with just an insane amount of crew or people. And the most nerve-wracking part is waiting to cook. It's waiting for it. It's the times, it's the stops, it's the pauses. But I felt the best, or like the most confident or natural, when it was finally time to be in the kitchen and cook. Everything went away. And it was super fun because that's when my energy came out. I had a lot of fun. You're encouraged to kind of tease your teammates a little bit. And I'm so good at that. So I had a lot of fun on those. And even if it's not set up to show you at your best capabilities or how you are as a chef, it still takes you to your root of just, here's some food, cook it. What can you do with it? And that's just fun. It's fun. I wasn't really a fan of like the pig brain and gravy. I don't think I like that, or I'd cook with it again. But as a chef, like he taught me, everything has a flavor, and can you make it work? So it's kind of fun to figure out.
Quick round of favorites. What's your favorite entree?
I think it's just, honestly, if I see something on a menu, what I'm always leaning towards is just a solid steak. I love steak. I can always eat it. I can eat it every single day of the week. That's probably got to be it. I'll order that consistently in a restaurant.
Okay.
Yeah.
Snack.
I love snacks so much. So much. Chips, cookies. Yeah, chips and cookies will kill me. Oh.
And condiment.
Condiments. Ketchup. Yeah,
Any kind of ketchup or just regular
just a Heinz. Give me Heinz ketchup and fries. It's like, it's a winner.
Excellent.
Favorite dessert. Favorite dessert is rooted in, I guess, my childhood. I can go to frozen yogurt all the time, and I get just vanilla or chocolate, and I'll put I put crumbled Oreo cookies, I'll put some peanut butter crunch, I'll put some chocolate chips, some brownies, not the fudge sauce, that's way too much. And if I'm feeling really naughty, I'll put the not the mushrooms, but the marshmallows on there, and I'll just load it up with just the worst stuff. I don't care about the flavor, I just want like the crunch and the feeling of like eating something that I wasn't allowed to eat as like a child. I've never gotten sick of that. Food to me is intimacy. Absolutely, it's intimacy, and I think it's so common now that people forget that you're trusting a stranger to feed you. You're trusting a stranger that you've never met to direct an entire team of cooks to nurture you, to fill you up with something that you're not familiar with, right? So it's my responsibility to make sure that I take you on a sort of journey where you're learning with me, but you're trusting me to guide you properly along the way. And that stayed with me at any restaurant that I've worked at. It's no matter what team you have, you're nurturing people, and you're either doing it very poorly, you're doing it okay, or you're doing it very well. And whenever I create something or build up a new restaurant, I've never lost that foundation of it is, are we staying true to that goal, and how well are the meals that we're creating, are they nurturing you? That's very important to how I approach it. Lola Rose has a special place to me because being from here, I am so heavily interested in making Lola Rose an institution that helps to push the rest of the valley forward in terms of how experimental they can be. And I think something good that has come out of that is after we've opened, we've seen some restaurants that aren't in this concept start to take some of the inspiration from the food and put them on as specials. So I've started to see tahdig pop up more. I've seen different kebab plates that are trying to do what we're doing. And what makes me happy is this is good. This is a good thing. They're doing this. Are they doing it correctly? Not yet, but now they're opening their minds to do this. Now I'm seeing words that I haven't seen before on other menus because we have other business owners and people come in here and say that this place is busy. It's popular. And now they're asking like, why? What can we do? How can we start to accentuate this? So constantly building Lola Rose to a point to where maybe we're inspiring the way for other people to just get out of their comfort zone and push forward is really my primary focus for kind of building the next iteration of our institution.
Executive Chef Quentin Garcia, Lola Rose at the Thompson in Palm Springs.